I just heard something. It's on a clip from Glenn Beck. And he said, China is the new goal. Now, normally I would ignore this, except one thing. One of the people I worked with at Apple in Addison, actually it was Volt, but hey, and they didn't want anybody saying that they were working for Apple. Why that is because Apple, who knows? Anyway, one of the people that was working there, very conservative, has all his ducks in the row, knows how to argue everything, complete and utter nonsense, like the top 1% of the population in America pay 90% of the taxes, so they should be taxed less. This was what finally unfriended him, as far as I'm concerned. And he insisted that I believe his BS. And he had documents from 2001 in the Bush administration proving it. This man hates the government. Except one thing. He was a police officer in Fort Worth on their SWAT team for 7 years. That's a government job. But the government's horrible! He then was involved with some kind of sales of software specifically for law enforcement that derived its proceeds from the government. But the government's bad! And then, after doing his tour at Apple, because the government's bad and cut the contract, he then took his certification to teach English as a second language in China, where he is now paid probably a substandard wage by American standards, and he's living there right now, from the coffers of the communist Chinese. But the government's bad! So, I'm moving too fast for the camera to focus. This is the level of disconnect between the lives of those on the right and what they say. You're entitled to your own opinions, but the life should go along with the opinions. That's just my take on it. So when Glenn Beck says everybody's focusing on China, or China is the next step, or whatever nonsense he was coming up with, yeah. Let me put it this way. On the right, they love the Chinese because they feel that they can sell all their crap to the Chinese, and Chinese markets are the next markets to be open without restriction. And the Chinese provide ample amount of cheap labor without restriction. And actually, what the GOP wants is the Chinese here in the United States, or the Chinese style of deregulated government. Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense either. So what does the GOP want? I don't know. They don't want us. I can guarantee you that. We are not on their agenda. Not too sure what is. But hey, that's just my thoughts for the day. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. And as always, may your God go with you. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye for now.